Okay, Isaac. So the first major tournament with patch 3.0. What are your thoughts? How did it go?
Well, I mean, it pretty much went how I thought, as in regards to how fast the games are going to be. I mean, I said before when you asked me, the games are probably all going to end within 30 seconds. That's pretty much what happened. Unfortunately, we were on the good end of that. You know, we were kind of getting stomped, but I mean, it was interesting. I don't think it's very balanced. There's a lot of work that needs to be done if they want it to be like competitive, balanced tournaments. But for what it was, I mean, it was interesting. It's a lot different than what we've been seeing, and at least it's not just Warrior Lock Druid. So I mean, from what I've heard, at least it was fun to watch.
When I asked you in Leipzig, you told me you wouldn't have a chance of winning any of the global challenges because we were playing with Fnatic then. And you said your own team didn't have much of a chance. Did that change with the new patch?
I think that with the new patch, we have a much better chance. Unfortunately for this tournament, we didn't really have any time to prepare, and every team in our group had a mage or a ret paladin, and we had neither. And it just made it very tough. Any team with a mage, it's really easy to like prevent us from killing one of their players because we're running double melee teams, and obviously we're very susceptible to that. And we're also very susceptible to ret paladins because they can free them out of the kidney shots and bop when people get low. And with the amount of bursts that ret paladins and mages are putting out, usually someone on your team is dead before you get a second opportunity. So, I mean, I think that for the next tournament we'll come back, and if it's going to continue to be like this, you'll probably see us running ret paladins and mages. And I mean, if that's the way the game's going to go, then that's the way the game's going to go, and you just got to make the best of it. I think that anyone can do well with this given time because, you know, coming out of this tournament, people are going to know what's the best comps to run, what classes are really strong, and the best players are going to be able to adapt and come to the next tournament, like Philly in this case for North America, with those comps and just be much more prepared. And for a lot of teams, this tournament really was just a learning experience, you know, just seeing how it's going to be, because all we really had before this was just theory craft, you know. It's just guessing and looking at abilities and assuming how it'll work out, but no one really knew the extent of how crazy this tournament would be until it actually happened. So,
would you say that this tournament has shown which team is really good at adapting, not just learning things by heart?
I wouldn't say that personally, because the thing is, most of the teams that did well were teams that already ran those classes that happened to become really strong. A lot of the teams were fortunate enough to have good mages on their roster already. So when they received huge buffs and stuff, those teams just become so much stronger just by way of the patch. For the teams that weren't so lucky to have really good mages and paladins and stuff on their team, it definitely was a disadvantage. But some people did adapt really well. Like Kin, for example, from Pandemic, he learned a paladin, and even though he may not be the best paladin, he learned it well enough to have very good success with it. So, I mean, all the credit to the players who were able to do that.
In World of Warcraft, every once in a while, everybody says this is the strongest comp at the moment. It happened for Rogue Mage Priest, then Warrior Warlock Druid came along. Do you think there's really one strongest comp, or is it just a matter of who happens to win a couple of tournaments?
I think at the time, Warrior Warlock Druid definitely was dominant. I mean, it was at North American regionals for the Blizzard tournament, top 3 was Warrior Lock Druid. At the World Finals at BlizzCon, top 3 was Warrior Lock Druid. The comp was dominant. Now, I think that it can go a lot of different ways. The games are just so fast-paced that a lot of it's decided on the opener. I mean, if you get a really solid opener and you have the right classes, any team can beat any team because the games can end in a matter of seconds. And I think that really right now, I don't think there's any one team that just stands out as the absolute strongest, but it's the individual classes for me that stand out, and that's Mage, Ret Paladin, and those two classes. Any team that has a strong makeup with good players built around those two classes, I think is going to be very successful. I think you could even see double and maybe even triple Ret Paladin teams, like double Ret Paladin Rogue, you know, double Ret Paladin Mage, things like this are going to be very strong, I think, just because if you have good players and you have the right classes, you're going to be very successful at these tournaments.
At the last Global Challenge, you were still playing with Spo. Now you've replaced him by Green Rager. What happened? Why is he not on your team anymore?
Dan's a great druid. He's a nice guy. We were kind of just going different ways with the game. We were having some issues playing with him, and we just wanted to try out a different thing, see how it would work out. And I'm not disappointed with our result of this tournament because I don't really feel that we played very poorly. We had some issues with lag, and with comps, we really kind of felt like we were at a disadvantage. So, I mean, even though we did have a poor standing and stuff, I'm not really frustrated by it because I know that the other players on my team are doing everything that they can do to win, and it just didn't work out for us that time. And I mean, that's going to happen. That's okay.
Having different opinions about the game, does it mean you're playing it more professionally than Spo did?
No.
But are you trying to be a professional gamer? Or are you just trying to be a good World of Warcraft gamer?
I mean, for now, I'm just enjoying whatever this is, whatever you want to call it, and I'm just gonna see where it goes, see what happens. I have a lot of fun at these events, win or lose. There's a lot of nice people. It's a good time. There's great competition, so there's not a lot to be disappointed about at these events.
So if there were no more tournaments in 2009, you just go on living your life.
Yep.
Okay, thank you very much, Azael, and good luck with EG in the next tournament.
Thank you very much.